My name's Jack Churchill. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Scanning Pens, and a big welcome to you all. This is the ReaderPen Secure launch. So this is a brand new product we've created, all about supporting people with literacy in the workplace. So we're going to talk to you for about 30 to 40 minutes, no longer than that. My two colleagues, PJ and Neil, are both with us today, and they're from the commercial team, and they're both very passionate about what we're doing here to try and make a difference to the many millions of adults who struggle with literacy every day of the week. Yeah, in the last year, we've been very proud to win the BET Awards, 2020 Company of the Year, and an ERA Award. And we've recently won a Celebrating Neurodiversity Award for assistive technology, which my colleagues will mention a bit later. So a bit about Scanning Pens. So we're established in 2004. Myself and my business partner, Toby Sutton, who is in the middle of that picture in the white shirt. And we have set up this business all around portable devices for capturing text on paper and saying it aloud straight away. So we've got two offices in the UK, in Telford and Bath, and we've opened recently some international offices in the US, Australia, Canada, and India. We also have a network of resellers who we work with in different countries around the world, and I can see some of you are on this presentation today, so hello to you as well. We work with a range of manufacturers to try and bring the most relevant technology for supporting neurodiversity and literacy and things like dyslexia to the marketplace. So currently we're working mainly with CPen, who we've closely developed this range of products with. But we think it's really important for us to be an independent supplier of pen scanners. And so if there are different products out there, we do try and list them on our website, as it were. So we are mainly a supplier to education institutions worldwide. We're in more than half of UK secondary schools and a growing number of primary schools, and also higher education institutions like universities. So we've established a new team in the last few months to work on the commercial side of things. So we've realized that actually our technology is really relevant for the workplace, but we never really had the right product. So the workplace required a tool that would read aloud and also have a dictionary, but it wouldn't have any storage function because of the data compliance issues. I don't know what people use today, whether they use phones or how they access printed materials. Maybe they ask their colleagues, but it's so important that we find ways to empower individuals in the workplace to be able to access that printed materials. About a year ago, I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and I went and visited a rescue home for dogs. And I met a lady there who is using our technology every day to access a list on a piece of paper of jobs that she needs to be doing each day of the week. And she can literally go to the next line on her list, scan over, hear it aloud. And that is really empowering her to be an independent person. She has very low literacy skills and previously was going to her boss every 20 minutes saying, please, could you tell me what the next job is to do? So it's really important that we realize that there are huge numbers of people out there who it may even just be with small amounts of text, but it really gets to your confidence, and it's really important we help empower people to be independent workers in the workplace and not reliant on other adults to give them that extra support. And you may also be considering things like mobile phones, but you have to consider the data protection and GDPR side of that, and I know my colleagues will come on to that later. So this new team are very much working with healthcare, police, military, fire and rescue, and also we're doing a lot of work around the criminal justice system. People are locked up for sometimes 23 hours a day, particularly during this pandemic, and have no access to education. So give them one of our pens, give them a ReaderPen Secure, and give them a book, and they can be away studying or reading letters all on their own independently. Yeah, we were very fortunate to win Celebrating Neurodiversity Award last month for assistive technology. So yeah, the pens are battery operated, so they're totally portable, and they instantly read a word, line, or paragraph of text aloud in English, Spanish, or French. The people that they're ideal for, I would say, are people who struggle with reading, dyslexia, other SPLDs. Some people with low vision could use our technology. They need to be able to see the line of text in order to be able to scan it. And also English as an additional language. And as I mentioned there on the left, it could also be Spanish or French as an additional language. So these pens can be, the ReaderPen Secure can scan in all three of those languages and give you the dictionary definition as well. But importantly, no storage. So yeah, why use scanning pens? So just England, for example, I know there's people here from all around the world joining, and in England alone, according to the Literacy Trust, more than 7 million adults have very low literacy skills, and that's roughly 16% of the population. So we need to find solutions, find strategies to support them. And we don't claim that our product is the one and only product out there. There are different things that you could use. We always talk about a toolbox approach. So, in different environments and different settings, you might use different technologies, but, look for the technologies that are available, because there's so many great things on the market now, whether it be software or hardware, that can support someone to be that independent worker. So we're very much looking at closing the reading gap in the classroom, workplace, and as I've already said, improving that independence around performing tasks. So it's great for that employee to become empowered, but it's also fantastic for that employer to be seen to be and to be delivering equity in the workplace. So the pens are very inclusive, discreet, because they come with little earbuds with them. So you just pop the earbuds in and you can manage on your own. And they're not reliant on any third-party devices or Wi-Fi connectivity, and enables everyone to access printed text. I think at this point, I'm going to pass over to my colleagues to take over. So, yeah.
Thanks for that, Jack. Yeah, so I'll just quickly go over a few other little things about the pen. So first of all, we like to call it a mid-tech. So it's very easy to use. And as Jack's already said, there's no setup required. There is no Wi-Fi. Obviously, it's got a built-in battery that can be charged via USB. And we'll cover quickly also about the GDPR, or data security or data protection, as it may be in other parts of the world. Obviously, like Jack said earlier, how are these people accessing printed text at the moment? They might be in an office environment and having to take a picture of their mobile phone, or they might be in a factory where they're not allowed their mobile phone and it has to be in a locker or something like that. So they're not able to take any pictures. So obviously, when we were coming about making this pen, we realized that it had to be able to read out the text, give a dictionary definition, but not store any data. And that was quite paramount for lots of the different markets that we were going on to. So looking at the products, and this is how the ReaderPen Secure come about, you can see there we've got the main ReaderPen in white, and on the other end we have the exam reader in orange. These were the main pens that we were using in the education for a long time. But the ReaderPen obviously has all of the storage. It has a dictaphone function and wasn't suitable for a lot of the markets that we're now looking at. And the exam reader, on the other hand, although it didn't have that storage, it's bright orange and obviously, unfortunately, doesn't have the dictionary function. So it didn't, again, suit the markets we're looking at. The exam reader does have 12 different languages that it scans in, so it does have other advantages. So I went to quite a few meetings in police forces, in the prison services, and we had lots of conversations, and we basically decided we needed a pen that had combination of both of those. So we came up with the ReaderPen Secure. So it has the dictionary function, the read out loud function, but no storage at all. Therefore, it meets those data security issues that we might have. So moving on to how the pen can help. Now, obviously, printed text can be accessed anywhere. And as long as it's readable text between the tips of the pens, then it will read it out no problem at all. You have the headphones, as Jack mentioned, and this will help increase people's confidence. You know, they're able to work on their own independently, and they could have other devices, like Jack said, toolbox approach. So they could have already computer-based systems for reading out all of their emails, but if they have some paper-based office material, they can now also use that as well. And with dyslexia, it might just be that they can read and they just need to get a dictionary definition of a word they didn't quite understand, so they could do that as well. And we also found, whilst talking to the healthcare sector, that medical students prefer to have a scanning pen than a human reader, because the pen actually pronounces some of these medical terms better than a human reader would. So that's very helpful in those circumstances. We've already covered most of this, so it's workplace ready. It increases confidence, it reduces your anxiety, and therefore we feel this is ideal for people with low literacy or dyslexia and neurodiversity issues, being able to join into the workplace and feel included. So I'll pass you over to PJ now, who's going to go over some more about the pen itself and give you a small demonstration as well.
Thank you, Neil, for that. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through what's in the box, and I think I'm going to change my camera so that you can actually see it. I'm going to actually show you I've got a box here, so you can actually have a look. That might change. Hoping you can see that.
Okay, so in the box, so it's nice and compact. You've got some information about the battery, and this is it. This is the ReaderPen Secure. So I'm going to turn that on. Doesn't take long to load up. While that's loading up, I'll just show you what else is in the box. Okay, so it has some earbuds in there, and the earbuds can actually be, the jack can be used for any earphones or earbuds wire as a universal plug, so you can use your own if you have your own favorite ones. It doesn't actually have to be the ones that it comes with. And it also has a charging cable. That's your USB cable where you charge it up. It also has a really nice leather, good quality casing, so you can pop that in and take it everywhere with you. Pop it in your pocket, handbag, toolbox, glove box, whatever it might be. And then we've got a little instruction manual. So I'm going to give you a quick demonstration. Some text here. So that only took about 20 to 30 seconds to load up. And we've got some different features and functions here. We've got...
It's just, Jack, here a second. If you click on the, you can make this go full screen if you click on the video button at the top left.
Sure. Apologies. Is that working better? I think that's working better. Okay. So as you can see, we've got different features. We've got the text reader, we've got definitions, that's your dictionaries, and then you've got your settings. So you can actually tailor that to the user. So you can, if you're a left-handed person, it will flip it around so you can use it left-handed. There's other features and functions that you can tailor it to your needs as well. But just for a quick demonstration, I'm just going to run through the text reader. So I'm just going to pick a bit of text. Once the flashing cursor is flashing there, it's ready to be used. So I'm just going to pick one line, highlight the light, run it over.
These ministers form the cabinet, a committee which usually...
So, sorry, that was a bit close. So as you can see, it runs along the words as it's reading it out, so you can actually follow it. You can then start that from anywhere that you like, and it just say you have a actual word that you're not quite familiar with. Let's just pick one. Let's say committee. I can actually hold the button down and that actually highlights it, so that makes it a bit easier to read. If I'm still unsure what that means, I can actually now go into the definition. So I just highlight that particular word that I'm wanting to know more about. I can go to the menu select button there and to the definition, and I can press the button. It will read out the definition for me.
Committee. Committee now. Committees, a group of people who meet to organise or discuss something.
So now that I've got an understanding of what that word is, I'm just going to go back into that, press it from the very start. So then now that I've got an understanding of that word, I can play it from the start of the sentence, and it might put that in context for me.
These ministers form the cabinet, a committee which usually.
And then that's how that works. You could do a single line, a paragraph, a whole page, or a whole book if you like. Or you could just use the definition and just run over a single word, and it will do the same thing. So that's just a quick little demonstration on that. I'm going to go back to our other demonstration now. Presentation.
Okay, so hope on to me again. Okay, so that's what's in the box. And as you have just seen, we've got the text reader, dictionary, and settings functions. So it's nice and easy to use. It doesn't take any other software or anything to get to know how to use it. It's a standalone individual unit, so you can just take that wherever you go, and you don't have to be reliant on anything else for it to work, which is very ideal, or anyone else to help you. So the different features, so the advanced features of it, there's a setup wizard. So when you first get it out of the box, it will start reading out to you. You can turn that on or off depending on what your personal likes are. It will go through and it actually set up the pen for you automatically. But you can go into the settings and change those at any time. The pen actually has different accents on it also. So my favourite is the Australian, of course, but you can set it to the British, Irish, Scottish, American and Indian also. So it will speak in English, but will have an accent to it, which is really handy. It's got multiple dictionaries, so it hasn't just got the one dictionary on it. It's actually got Collins English dictionaries, so you can get the full definition of any English word. It's got the Oxford Primary Dictionary. That is the most popular one we've found that people are using, because it just gives you that quick little definition, where the Collins English Dictionary will give you the full definition. So if you just want the quick definition, that's all you need, that's fine. If you need something a bit more that goes into depth a bit more, change it over to the Collins English Dictionary, which is just a flick of the up button when you're in the dictionary settings. And it also has the new Oxford American Dictionary as well. As mentioned before, it's got a talking menu, so that's if you're having trouble with reading, if you can't read it, it's going to read it out for you. And it's also got auto read, so as soon as you start taking it off the page, it's going to auto read. You can change those settings according to your needs. You can clear screen, and the dictionary is obviously available through the text reader, which is what I just demonstrated for you. And then you can pause in between punctuations or words, whatever it is, tailoring to those needs. So recommending the ReaderPen Secure. So who would this be really good for? So we've already sort of delved a little bit into that. We've established that it's going to be really good for any establishment that works with GDPR, what we call it in here in the UK, or it data protection or data security in other parts of the world. So it's going to be really helpful for those kind of areas. So just some examples are perhaps a government department, banks, financial institutions, in the healthcare sector, nurses, doctors, doctor surgeries, and then also your uniform services. So your fire and rescue, police, military, and any workplaces that may actually not allow any personal items in there. So, and a good example would be a factory where the employees have to leave their phones and personal items in lockers. They can't actually take them in. So this would be really, really useful for those kind of situations. They've got access then to read the text to perform their work duties. And it's also being used by apprentices, an alternative to taking their phones out on the work sites. Obviously, they can get damaged as well. And then it's got its own features and functions which are really helping them out at the moment. We have got a few examples of people actually using it on the website. On the workplace at the moment, and they have got some good things to say about it. So let's hear from them. Neil, if you'd like to just play some videos.
It would be beneficial to try out one of the pens. I spoke with the company and they recently developed a pen called ReaderPen Secure, which I've got here with us. I've had it for a few weeks now. It's GDPR approved, which is great, so I can use it within work.
Pregnant women do not appear more likely to contract the infection than the general.
My name is Safan Khan. I'm 26 years old and I work at Highgate Fire Station. I've been a firefighter for 3 years. Since joining the job, my confidence has been pretty low. I've not passed assessments. It's taken me a lot longer to pass because I'm dyslexic. So having tools like the scanning pen, it's building my confidence back up to be able to understand the literature and pass my exams first time. Within the last couple of weeks of using the scanning pen, I've already thought what I want to do ahead in the future. I do want to progress in my career. I do want to take on new challenges. And I believe having that support, I will get there. Whereas before, it seemed like a struggle. But with the support, with the scanning pen, with the dictaphone and the laptop, I believe I can, if I want to go up the ranks, I'll have that full belief in myself.
Consciously, it gives you that confidence, knowing, you know what, I don't need to go and ask. I don't need somebody to sit next to me and read it out to me. That can be quite uncomfortable, especially for your confidence. You'd feel like, you're 26, but you're in school again as a 10-year-old where you've got a teacher sitting next to you. That could be, that could make you feel very uncomfortable at this age. So having this pen, which it does the same for me, but without having somebody next to me.
I spoke with a guy in this video, Ali, who's been using the C-Pen to see what he thought of it.
Hi Ali.
Hi there.
So you've been using the C-Pen?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and you've got another name for the C-Pen, haven't you?
Yeah, Magic Pen.
The Magic Pen?
Yeah, Magic Pen, yeah.
Ah, so you've been finding it really, really useful?
Yeah, it's very good, very helpful. When I'm sometimes reading, I stop. I use the Magic Pen or C-Pen.
Yeah.
It's really understand for
Yeah. Yeah. So if you get stuck on a word, an English word, while you're reading, you can scan it.
Scan it, yeah.
And it will tell you that word.
Yeah.
You're no longer stuck.
Yeah, very good. And then tell me transfer the Turkish.
Right.
And I can read it. Oh, very good. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, thanks for that, Neil. So we've just got a bit of a testimonial here from someone that's been using it. I don't know whether you want me to read that out or not, but basically it just says, that they like the ReaderPen Secure. It's simple and easy to use. You can go onto our website and have a look at all our testimonials. We've got a few there to actually, but you can take their word for it rather than ours. But yeah, we're just finding it's been really useful in the workplace. And Neil, did you want to have anything final say?
No, basically, as PJ and Jack have already alluded to, we're really proud to be able to help people in the workplace with literacy. And obviously, we've developed this pen along with our manufacturers specifically for lots of these markets. So obviously, there's pens still available that have storage if you don't have data issues, or if there's more language options with the exam reader. But for a lot of these workplaces that we've currently been working with, and especially in the prison service, we had to have a pen that had no storage. So the ReaderPen Secure is that option. These full videos that we've just seen are on our website as well. If you watch them all in full, some of them, especially the firefighter one, is very emotive. It's really good to see how people benefit from using assistive technology, and especially obviously our pens in the workplace to help them progress up. As Saf said, he was struggling to go through his progression, and now that he's got the pen, he can go for those exams and he feels confident enough to move up through.
Yep. No, thanks so much, Neil and PJ. I tell you, we've been working for quite a few months towards this moment of actually launching the ReaderPen Secure, and it's so nice to really have liftoff. And you know, we wanted to kind of get those stories from people who are actively in the workplace. You know, we've never really done a lot with the workplace before, so it's been really engaging the last few months, meeting people on LinkedIn and talking to assessors and other people who work very closely with people with neurodiversities in the workplace. So yeah, I'm really proud of what the team have done over the last few months and of the product that we've created. And even just something small like a detail like the name change. You know, before we were trying to tell people to take the exam reader, and that's a much harder product for people to use. It's bright orange and it's called the exam reader. Now we've got a pen with the right name and the right features on board, and it's really taking off in the workplace and the different environments that we've mentioned today. So yeah, thank you all so much for being here. I can see there's a great number of people from the UK, but also from Ireland and across the world. Thank you so much for joining us, and please get in touch with any of us if you have further questions. Okay, goodbye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.